Hello everyone, this is Patnat coming to you with a new video. Today I'm playing on the Cakecore SMP server, and I am underneath Bombastic's mending shop, also known as Bombastic's house, or storage I should say. I think technically he sleeps up there, except there's beds, but I'm in the storage area because I made him this auto furnace thing. He asked me to make this auto furnace in exchange for some diamond ores that I put inside my cave in the boat race, which I've shown before. If you guys haven't seen that video, then you could check it out if you wish, obviously. This is just this design is something, this is basically my design. I mean, it's all pretty simple stuff though, but I didn't look up a tutorial for this. I made it in my house. It's a little bit different, but I changed it up a bit in here just to make it a little bit better. For one, I used to have these hoppers, which provide the fuel for the furnace. I used to have chests on top of these hoppers and hoppers into this chest, so I could have like unlimited amounts of fuel. But I didn't really see that necessary when making this one, because you can already fit 5 different stacks in there, plus the 6th stack in the furnace. And assuming you're not using something pretty weak to burn, then coal should last you a very long time of just having only this full. And by the time you could even refill the whole chest worth of stuff in here, you've probably already cooked a lot, and it would use a lot of that stuff from the chest. So I just didn't see it necessary. But we have the usual stuff here. We've got the chest that can distribute stuff to be cooked into these hoppers and into these furnaces. I was also a little bit more efficient with my levers. My other house, there's a couple things that was just a little less efficient in my other house that I kind of fixed up here. It's kind of like a second attempt. This took me a couple hours, not incredibly long, because I've already built it before. But so what I'm gonna do is, I actually haven't tested this thing yet, but I'm gonna test it now. Well, not fully. And I'm putting 46 iron ore into there. It unloaded, and now it's going. Ooh, it pushed that a little bit. Okay, I didn't anticipate that being a problem. It shouldn't be too big a deal. It's slowly inching. It should still be fine, though, unless you've got a lot of stuff. Yeah, okay, it's good now. So all this stuff is distributed, but it's not smelting yet. Fun fact, I actually found that 46 coal inside this area when I was digging it out, because there used to be a wall right here. I dug this out, and inside, I, no joke, found 46 blocks of iron ore. I don't know how there is that much iron in this one little space, but somehow, I promise you, they all came from here. I was like, alright, well, perfect. I can test out the smelting that way. So anyway, since those minecarts went by, let me get under here real quick just so I can see what's in the furnaces. We've got 3 iron, 3 iron, 3 iron. It's relatively even. Eventually gets less and less and less. Just with the mechanics, that's not supposed to be in there. But there's the iron. It gets less and less, and shoot, get out of there, get out of there, we don't need you. And yeah, okay, so I think all the furnaces are good now. The problem is when setting this up, you break a lot of blocks and they fall in hoppers and often clog stuff up. Let me just check this one real quick to make sure this is good. Yes, okay, I think all of them are good. So iron is in there, relatively even, but we need fuel. Also, while I was in there, I found 47 coal. Wow, I found, what was it, 47 iron and 47 coal? Yeah, I think it might have been a little different for the iron, but that's pretty similar. That's pretty crazy. That's all in this spot. I kid you not. I didn't have any iron or coal to come in with, at least ore and coal. So next, this is the fuel distributor, the fuel distributing cart. I can pull the lever, and it's going to go around, and it's going to relatively evenly distribute the coal. While that's going, I can also turn on the pickup cart, and this cart picks up all the materials and puts it through these hoppers on the ground and puts it into this chest, and now we have iron coming in, which is pretty cool. So that's how that system works. Like I said, I've already shown it before, so I don't want to go too in depth. Let's actually turn this off now, because that fuel cart's done, and it'll get stuck into this block. It's a little bit different at my house. It doesn't make a huge difference, though. This was a little bit more cost efficient, and Bombastic will actually be reimbursing me with the cost of this stuff at some point. So I didn't want to take too much materials from him to make this. Okay, so then I'm pretty sure everything is done smelting now, and that's just excess fuel that we won't be using. It's always a struggle finding good enough fuel for this, because as you can see, coal, after it burns just a couple, it keeps on burning for a while. So it's, in that sense, it's not extremely efficient. Lava is really, ideally would be efficient, except there's no good way of getting lava in and out of furnaces, or even getting lava to begin with. It's not exactly an infinite source that's easy to get. But in the long run, it was pretty easy to smelt all that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're all turning off now. Okay. So let me run this by one more time. I don't see how there could be any more still in there, but I just want to run it real quick. All the iron comes into one spot. That's probably the nicest thing, is that you use all these different furnaces, but all the iron comes into one spot, so you don't have to click on every single furnace. At no point do you have to click on a furnace during this process, which is nice. You just have to click one spot to evenly distribute your stuff, and then one button to pick it all up. And then every once in a while you gotta put more fuel in. So that's the system. I'm glad I finally worked that out. Bombastic asked me to do that a while ago. But it's good now. So now we're going to head over to the next thing I've been working on quite a bit. It's something you guys seen before. You haven't seen it like this, though. So let me go over there real quick. Okay, so admittedly, I've been building this for a very long time, and I'm not entirely sure how much has actually been shown before, because I know my last couple SMP videos have been not necessarily about building. I did the ABBA mining, and then there was also the criminal video last time, which was a lot of fun to make. Basically, we are inside this wool thing. You probably already guessed what this is, but this is actually a part of the cloud. This is the cloud that's holding up this sky island that I was working on so long ago. So as for things that have changed, we started working on the outline of the wool, and now the bottom of the cloud is finished. As you can see, we can go inside here. I don't plan on putting anything in there except for the nether portal, and I gotta find some easy way to get in and out. I'll probably put a ladder through this water, something relatively hidden, or maybe I'll find something else. But this is the mini village that I'm working on up here. We have roads like this, and we also have miniature houses. You already saw this one. Possibly this one too. We have a miniature gas station. This thing I'm really happy with. I can actually get a closer look by flying underneath there. It's kind of weird talking about all this because I did this so long ago. I haven't gotten a chance to show you guys. But we got little poles here like you would find at the gas station. We have windows, which is item frames with white stained glass. I think that is the best way to include windows on a miniature building. Also a iron door. The door could look better because obviously the door is not on the ground. But actually, correction. I don't think it could look much better because this is just Minecraft. But that's what it looks like. We have windows all around here, and I'm missing a window there. I keep forgetting to replace that. Do I have any windows in my shulker box? In this shulker box, I am all out of white stained windows. I've also been using white stained glass for other things, such as a dome that's going to be built around the island. That's going to be pretty cool. I also have a even smaller island up there with a glass dome around it. So it's like the actual buildings will be life-size down there, and then right here's the miniature town, and up there is supposed to be another miniature town. Obviously, that's just like 4 blocks. It's like 5 blocks of free space in there. I don't know how many blocks that is. That's 6, 8, 10, 12 blocks up there. There's about 12 blocks of free space up there, so obviously I'm not going to actually put stuff in there. But we're gonna make a glass dome around this thing, and it's going to look pretty cool. Obviously, there's still some free space around, though, so I'm planning on making even more buildings, and then eventually everything will be life-size down there. I also have a water bucket here that I don't need to have there. So I'm really excited to start working on the buildings down there, but I think I want to finish the dome first, specifically. And then also, I think just might be nice to map it out a little bit better so I can get a better sense of scale. There are also garbage trucks going on outside. This would not be a Pat Nat video if there weren't garbage trucks in the background. And they are always so loud. So gosh darn loud. That's okay. Also, I've got a flower pot up here to represent a chimney. I got a crafting table there. That's not supposed to be there. I'm embarrassed. We have buttons around to act as stones, or boulders in this case, because they're kind of bigger. Maybe that's too many stones. Maybe I could break some of them. They kind of represent cars in this parking lot right here. It'd be really nice if we had different color buttons. Oh, wait a second. That's going to be coming out in the next update. I'm really excited. A snapshot came today. I was actually talking about it with James Douglas here. He left, but he said BBL off to watch some Fitba. So he's from the UK, and maybe Fitba is a common slang for football. That is the closest thing I could guess. I've never heard of that before. Maybe I'm just an idiot. That could be it too. BBL. I don't know what BBL is either. Oh, be back later. That's probably what it is. Anyway, yeah, he was on earlier. We've been playing some AFK tag. We've been going on while each other are AFK, and then also he was on just now. Oh yeah, this is also a statue. That's going to be life-size down there. Not sure if it's going to look like this. I just wanted to first try to find something that I could make miniature, because if I made a statue, then try to make it miniature, I'd probably have some trouble. So this is just as a miniature version of a statue. I might make it the same down there. Who knows? It's also just cobble because there's only one type of cobble wall. That'd be nice if there's other walls too. And then we got sugarcane growing here to represent a sugarcane forest. I actually don't want them growing that tall though, because that would be huge. But maybe I could have a sugarcane forest by this beach and lake down there. And yeah, this place is turning out really nice. We got trees. I put strings on all the trees so they don't grow anymore, because that was a bit of a problem I had. And it's still a work in progress, but when it's done, it's going to look awesome. And this has kind of been the big project I've been sinking most of my SMP time into. I've also been working on other stuff outside of SMP. I actually started working on a Minecraft map. This is different from the Victor's map, which is the other Minecraft map I had worked on. This one is this map is going to be a, you know what? Let's just fly over to the hub. Let's do that, and then we can break in. Don't tell anyone I'm breaking in. It's going to be a 3D platforming collectathon Minecraft map. You hear that type of genre for separate games a lot, but not often for maps. But there is one map out there that was a Donkey Kong 64 recreation map. And this is probably way too much exposition. I was walking anyway, and I was like, you know what? Instead of cutting, I'll just tell the story. Someone recreated Donkey Kong 64 in Minecraft, and I played it, and I recently finished it. I had a lot of fun. The download link got taken down, unfortunately, by Nintendo. So I was like, you know, it's just a shame that there's not more maps like that out there, because it can be done pretty well in Minecraft. So I figured I'd just work on my own, and that's what I've been doing a lot lately. And it's gonna be really cool when it comes out. I'll definitely let you guys know about progress stuff. There actually might be a series dedicated to that at some point in the future. I don't know though. Everything's still in the works. Also been working on main channel stuff, so look forward to that. Anyway, I'm here in my planning room. This is a place I don't go to very often. After I made it, I kind of haven't really been here unless it was just briefly walking by. I don't also use these furnaces anymore since I have the auto furnace. So this place is relatively unused, but today I'm actually going to be using it because I have a very, very special meeting with the one and only police officer who is investigating the crime scene at, let me just show you on the map, at this spot right here. There was a crime there, yes. Someone seemingly tried to blow up James the Douglas, or possibly other things, who knows, but there were TNT in that house, and James the Douglas accidentally sprung it. We actually don't know who made the house, but we do know that there was TNT there, and stuff exploded. Being someone who's relatively tied to the government, I decided that I would have a quick conversation with the officer in charge of investigating the area, so I will cut to that now. Hello, officer. Thank you so much for coming here today. Hello, Pat. Thank you very much for inviting me to your beautiful, outstanding home. Probably the best build on the SMP server, and I'm just so humbled to be under the roof of such an amazing, outstanding estate. You call it Pat's estate, right? Oh, thank you very much. Yes, this is Pat's estate, and I'm aware that sometimes its greatness can overwhelm people, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. What we want to talk about today is your new discovery. That's correct. There's this one thing that's been bothering me during this whole situation, and that's the sign that was placed outside of the house stating, "Do not enter. Suspicious activity spotted." That is a very interesting point. So we decided to do some digging and figure out when that sign was created. Well, the first time that sign was spotted in any of the SMP videos was on Spotter's latest video. You don't say. It is also quite puzzling why the term spotted was used in the sign. Spotters. Spotted. Spotters. Spotted. We live in a crazy world, Pat. Full of coincidences. But hold on. What if it wasn't a coincidence? What if Spotters really was the person to place that sign when he also put the trap down? Oh, dang. I didn't even think about that. Well, we'll definitely be talking this over and figuring out exactly how to go about this situation. Well, thank you for coming in today, officer. I hope we get to the bottom of this sooner rather than later. No problem. Thank you for inviting me to your humble abode. I very much appreciate it. Until the next time we speak. Spotters, you son of a gun, what are you up to?